So now let's get to know some multiplication tables and our times tables, and we can start multiplying. We've done skip counting, we've done repeated addition, we've done a whole bunch of things. Now we can start to get to know our times tables and really start to multiply, right? And simple things like 1 times 4 or the bunch of numbers that you'll start to multiply together, you'll start to get to know these off the top of your head. So this is an easy one, 1 times 4. And you'll get to know up to your 12 times tables, you'll get to know a lot. But this is an easy one right here, 1 times 4. But before we get started and jump into things, let's knock off a couple things that are really easy up front. Let's talk about what happens when you multiply something times 0. Any number times 0. So it doesn't matter what the number is. If you multiply something times nothing times 0, the answer is going to always be 0. So I don't care what it is, no matter what you're multiplying times 0, no matter what that number may be, whether it's 44 or 44,000, no matter what it is, we have 44 right here times 0. The answer is going to always be 0. So when you multiply a number times 0, you're going to get 0. Another special one that we could look at, what happens when you multiply a number times 1, right? Any number multiplied times 1 is going to be that number itself. The answer is going to be that number itself. So here we have 1 times 3. The answer is going to be 3, no matter what it is. This is an easy one to kind of get out of the way. So if we have, let's say, 1 times 1, we know the answer is going to be obviously 1. You can guess that. Let's look at another one, see if you can just guess it off the top of your head. 1 times 2. What is that answer going to be? Obviously 2. It's going to be 2 for that as well. Any number multiplied times 1 is going to be that number itself. Let's look at the other one. So we've looked at this already. Let's get 1 times 3. We know the answer is going to be 3, right? So let's look at that. Let's look at another one and see if we can guess it right off the top. 1 times 4. And that answer is going to be 4. We know that number is going to be 4 right there. No problem with that. Let's look at another one real quick. 1 times, let's say 5. Doesn't matter what that is. The answer is going to be 5, no matter what you say. So let's look at another one here. Let's say 1 times 12. You kind of get the picture here, right? 1 times, so the answer is going to be 12. So it doesn't matter which number it is, no matter what that number is, when you multiply a number times 1, it's going to be that number itself. It's something you can really get some practice with when you're in school and working with your times tables and your worksheet. Know that any number times 1 is going to be that number itself.